I suggest you check that email address. There's a period in there. I don't know if you put the period in there, Mr. Lewis, but I have not received it yet.
I'm not sure if you have access to your Zoom inbox, but I'm showing you screenshots as well as I attached the actual motion in the Zoom as well. If you could see.
I'm not looking at the Zoom. I can't print it out from the Zoom. I'm looking at my email address. I want it in my email address.
Well, I did send it to your court reporter. Can they print it out possibly?
They possibly can if they have it.
All right. Well, can they confirm that they did have it, that they did receive it in their Zoom inbox since they're not on the call?
Sir, did you send it to the court reporter or the clerk?
I sent it to both, actually. I sent it to all the officers of the court today.
I'm gonna send you my email in the chat.
I sent mine out. Still haven't got it. So he's doing something wrong with the email.
Oh, well, I'm not sure if the prosecutor, Ms. Mason, is still on call.
If she can forward it to me, that would be helpful.
Right, because she did receive it, and your name is attached to the same email she just confirmed that she received it with. So if she could tell me that there was an error at some, with the email, I would appreciate it.
Dear Mason, can you forward the email from Chris Lewis to me, please? Thank you.
City of Detroit, I strike that. This is the state of Michigan versus Thomas Darrell Griffin. Case number SX432957551. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris on behalf of defendant Griffin. Please state your name for the record.
Thomas Darrell Griffin. Is Thomas Darrell Griffin here? Unmute yourself. State your name, please. I sent you a message. Hey, Mr. All right, he's still muted. He's having trouble with his operation of the Zoom. All right, we'll pass that matter. Your device has so much static to it. I don't think we're going to be able to proceed. State your name, please.
Thomas Griffin.
All right, that's better. It had a lot of static. All right, let's call the state of Michigan versus Thomas Darrell Griffin, case SX257. Appearance for the record.
Thomas Griffin.
We have to do that again. Mr. Griffin needs to mute his device when you call the case, and he can say his name and then mute again if we could do that.
You understand that, Mr. Griffin? Your device has so much interference. I don't know what's going on, but all right. State of Michigan versus Thomas Darrell Griffin, case number SX432957551. Appearance for the record, Mr. Berry.
Elwood Berry on behalf of the defendant Griffin. State your name, sir.
Thomas Griffin.
Do you have a driver's license, Mr. Griffin?
No, I want to go take my permit, but the computers was down, so I rescheduled for next Friday. I paid my responsibility fees too. That was $125.
Right. Come back in 2 weeks. All right.
Okay.
All right. Come back on April the 22nd. Let's go back on the record with Ms. Gray. Ms. Gray, I've given you an opportunity to speak to Mr. Berry. Mr. Berry, what does your client want to do?
Your Honor, we seek a trial date and the appointment of counsel.
Is that what you want to do, Ms. Gray? Where is Ms. Gray? All right, no response. All right, let's pass that matter. I always give a quote by Dr. Martin Luther King, and he said, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in the moments of comfort and convenience, where he stands in the times of challenging controversy. I definitely realize that these are probably some of the most challenging times right now of your very young life. And I stress young life because you have a lot of life to live, sir. And this is a moment where you can it can define you, and you can either step up and face those challenges and controversies, which I hope that you do, and you'll be able to put this. It'll seem like a minor bump in the road down the line, and put this behind you. So this is your test, I believe, and I believe strongly that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I'll be praying that you see that light. It may not be as clear to you right now, but definitely is. I want you to persevere, work with Mr. Patel, and I wish you the best of luck. All right, sir?
Yeah, thank you.
All right,
I appreciate you.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, there also is tickets that Mr. Gaucher had paid off in the last 2 weeks, and not understanding not only the availability of Street Outreach Court Detroit, but the impact on his long-term prospects, and that those funds have or put him in his current housing situation in a precarious position, and given that the payments were made relatively recently, if those payments or the charge and the payments can be vacated and based on that, based on the kind of timing and his understanding of the relief that would happen. So is there, or would you like us to motion that, or oral motion?
I can say this. The charges that he paid, I see he paid improper equipment $120 and a defective equipment $120 or thereabouts. I won't say if those are exact amounts. I can see the exact amount, but those will not affect his license. I do respect the fact that I think what you're saying is it puts his financial condition in a precarious situation. I cannot refund that money.
Yeah, before my last court date, she told me I had to pay those before court, where I was gonna face 93 days in jail for each charge I had, for each ticket I had.
I'm sorry that they told you that. Well, let's see this.
She stressed it to me too, like I had to.
Yeah, I'm sorry that anybody told you that. I don't know. They shouldn't be giving out advice like that. You should only get advice of a lawyer in these situations. And I commend you even more. I can't do anything about it, but I commend you even more, sir, because you are in the situation that you're in, and you still are trying to meet your obligations. So that definitely means a lot to the court. We will. I'll definitely consider that when you come back in 108 days. I know Mr. Patel will remind me of that, but I can't refund the money.
Okay.
I can't refund the money. Yeah, I can't refund the money. So that speaks really highly of your character, sir. You know, you're in a bad situation, but you still want to meet your obligations, and I love that. And you know something, at the end of the day, I believe just by that statement that Mr. Patel made and your actions that you did, this money is going to really be insignificant to you. I believe you have a lot of bigger things in your future. Just keep up that same thing. Follow along with this program. Let's get this behind you, and let's move on. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right.
All right. The date is going to be October the 8th, 2024 at 8:30. Again, best of luck to you. Thank you, Mr. Patel, for jumping in so soon, as you always do, or somebody from your staff. Have a very good day, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
All right.
Patel.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Christopher Lewis. I have received this motion, and I read the first couple of lines of it, and that I'm not concerned necessarily about the March 18th incident. I don't know what happened on that day, but you are here now, so we'll move forward.
Excuse me, sir. I heard you say that you only read the first couple lines. Is there any way we could possibly take another case if you get the chance to read the entire thing? It's only
No,
2
I
pages.
can't. I'm not going to read this entire thing today.
It's only like 3 paragraphs, the entire thing. The rest are just case sightings.
All right, I'm gonna deny the motion. I will set the matter for.
Is there any way I can get a written? Can I get a written articulation as to why you're denying the motion?
I'm denying the motion,
I would just appreciate a
because
written excuse. Can I get a written articulation?
I might give it to you in writing.
Are we on record? Are we on record?
We're on record.
Okay. Is this court bound by the U.S. Constitution and Supreme Court rulings?
Yes.
Okay, you were denying my motion when I said that I had Fourth Amendment violations, and you're saying that you're denying my motion without looking into it or granting me a hearing to go over my motion, or give me an articulation as to why, a written excuse as to why. I want to make sure that that's what you're saying to me.
You're asking for a change of venue. I'm denying.
I'm saying that I know there's a motion for dismissal, and I'm saying that you, as an Article 1 judge under the Commerce Clause, if you're not going to uphold my due process and my Fourth Amendment, I'm saying that maybe we could change venues where I could get a real judge.
Okay, I'm denying the motion to dismiss. Okay, I'll set a trial date for you so you can be heard on that type of form.
I insist that the court give me a written excuse as to why you're denying my motion, so I could take that to the tenor. Okay.
Well, you can insist all you want to.
Okay, I appreciate that, but I'm telling you, you're telling me today why you're not going to look into it or give me a hearing. That's so I can go over the evidence that I have to present to go with my motion. You don't want to do any of that, so I'm just asking that you can give me a written excuse that I could go take and complain against you on. Because that's violating my due process. You didn't even give me the chance to say we're going to schedule a evidentiary hearing or something like that. You're going to sit up here and disregard that when I made genuine claims and put genuine evidence in there, overwhelming. So at the end of the day, like I said, there's no crime. This is a fraudulent charge. There's no suspect. Y'all suspect me for no crime. There's no victim, no losses. Okay. And in a minute, it's going to be malicious prosecution. So I'm asking you to dismiss this charge or change the venue. And if you refuse to do that, I'm asking you for a written excuse so I can take it to the tenor, sir. That's what I'm telling you. Because if not, I'm going to go to the tenor without it and let them know that you refuse to give me a written excuse and you refuse to give me an evidentiary hearing, but you just straight denied it. When you just 5 minutes ago, you said you didn't even read it. Now you just denied it. That's conflict of interest. That's bias. That's all that. So let's put it all on record. If you feel just as strongly as you feel, give me a written excuse. If not, let's change venue. Because you're an Article 1 judge under the Commerce Clause. This conflict of interest, you only here to make money, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no crime.
Wait a minute.
Ain't no victim or no loss, bro.
Listen, I'm not your man.
Look, sir. Hey, sir, respectfully, you're an Article 1 judge under the Commerce Clause. You've been on the bench since what, 21? Couple years? You need to talk to somebody. I'm asking you to give me an evidentiary hearing to go over my motion for dismissal with the overwhelming evidence or change venue. Because if not, I'm going straight to the tenor right after this. And that's on you, sir. You had this. You did this.
Oh, all right. Now I'll let you speak.
Straight like that.
No. That's all we need. I don't want to hear any
All
more
right,
from you.
cool. It's cool.
You made
I'm
your,
not.
you made your,
I
you
appreciate
made
it.
your record.
You.
No,
This
don't
due
interrupt
process.
me.
This
I
a
didn't
due
interrupt
process
you.
violation. This a due process violation right now. And the way y'all tried to railroad me when I was ready to argue my trial. I told you I was here to argue my trial. Y'all locked me out. Now you trying to start the process over. They not prepared to present a case. I'm telling you. They're not prepared to present an injured party, sir. What we doing?
Listen. Please do not say any more. You've already made your record. I've given you that opportunity. If you continue on, especially interrupting me while I'm talking, because I didn't interrupt you while you were talking. I'm not your bro, I'm not your man, and I'm not to be interrupted when I'm speaking. I gave you the respect and the right to speak. Just because you're unsatisfied with the way that I ruled, then that's not my problem. You take whatever wait a minute, let me say it. You take whatever recourse that you feel that is necessary. Now, what I can do, Mr. Lewis, is I can set you a jury trial date. And at that jury trial date, you will have an opportunity to represent yourself or do whatever you want to do and put all your proofs on the record by a jury of your peers, and you can argue it that way, okay?
I appreciate that, but I was still like a written.
You order the transcript. You order the transcript. It's in the transcript. You asked me to read the couple of paragraphs that you made. Most of the paragraphs was referencing the incident on March 18th, as you and I'm not even debating or disputing it. I said I'm not concerned about March 18th or any missed date. I said that the most of what you're saying is in the it's not you know, I'm not even going to hold you to that, but in paragraph 2. Moreover, I want to emphasize that the initial charge against me in this court is fraudulent. I don't know that to be the case. That's why I'm giving you an opportunity to have a jury trial, and they can make the determination. Neither the complaining witness or the prosecution is prepared at any point of this case to present an injured party or any reported damages / losses. So it becomes abundantly clear that every proceeding taking place is strictly an attempt to seek funds where there is no crime and not seek real justice. So we are giving you real justice, because if you say that there's been no crime, then you have a right to a trial. And that's what I'm giving you. So I was assaulted, detained, and my property illegally searched and seized with no suspicion of crime at the hands of the complaining witness, Joshua Martin, and assisting officers. I do not consent to these fraudulent proceedings and demand that the court dismiss the charge immediately with the appropriate remedies. And I'm dismissing the motion based on that, because I am giving you a proper forum to argue your case, or allow me the right to change the proper venue of federal court where my U.S. constitutional rights will be upheld and not disregarded by Article 1 judge under the Commerce Clause. I don't understand that of the United States Constitution, indicating a clear conflict of interest. I do not wish to proceed with this matter. You don't have to proceed any further because I'm dismissing the case. He did cite some case law. It was at Sherrar v. Cullen, 481 Federal 2nd 945. For a crime to exist, there must be an injured party, corpus delicti. There can be no sanction or penalty imposed on one because of the U.S. constitutional right. Louisville versus Motley, 211 U.S. 149, South 29 S period court CT 42. Any tribunal court finds absence of proof of jurisdiction over a person or subject matter, the case must be dismissed. The accuser bears the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. All right. So I'm dismissing the motion, all right? So you want a trial date? Give me a jury trial date, please, Ms. Memphis. And you can get a copy of that record on of what we just made by going through the proper channels of the court to get the court reporter to produce that record.
I can't even get the court reporter to respond to my voice messages or you to respond to my emails, sir.
The court is not going to respond to your voice message. The court reporter is going to respond to you
The
coming down.
36th district told me to call her today, that I was locked out of my trial date. I had a scheduled trial. The court told me to call her that day, and I called her that day, and she still hasn't responded. So I'm trying to see if the court that you work for is trying to tell me how the appropriate channels, and then y'all doing it different in y'all court. What am I to do?
I think you're talking about the court clerk and not the court reporter. This is a distinct.
Yeah, I was told to call the clerk the day that I was locked out, the moment I was locked out.
We've moved past that getting locked out.
But that was my trial date.
Yeah, so I'm giving you
another. How soon can I get another trial date, sir? How soon can I get another trial date? That's what I'm asking.
That's what we're trying to do now.
A jury trial.
A jury trial. I'm gonna let the jury of his peers hear what he has to say.
It looks like it's going to be July the 23rd.
Before you say that again, Ms. Mathis, just verify it before you say it. Please, the dates.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I know, but you're thinking out loud.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Good day.
Yes.
July 23rd, 2024 at 9 a.m.
July 23rd?
Yeah, 2024 at 9 a.m. We'll have a final pretrial the day before.
Why would we need a final pretrial? Why would we need a final pretrial?
Because I said I wanted one.
But that's how you protecting your interest. You protecting your interest, and you're gonna dismiss it on that day. So you're trying to play with me. You could dismiss it today, sir. You literally, but
violating
my due process. You can't even give me a written excuse, but you're gonna all this whole.
Mr. Lewis, I know you don't want counsel, but is it possible we could talk in a breakout?
Excuse me, ma'am. I do. Excuse me, ma'am. I am in pro se. I'm in pro se.
Go wherever you want to. Final pretrial of July 22nd. I am. Date is going to be July 23rd. All the parties must appear on the final pretrial date, and the jury, and that can be on Zoom. And the next day, the jury trial date is in person. Have a very good day, Mr. Green. Best of luck to you.
That's not my name.
Oh no, Mr. Lewis. I'm sorry. Have a very good day. Best of luck to you. All right. Let's